welcome back. I'm Tedward, and welcome to the 2026 Dodge Charger Scat Pack. This is a 550 horsepower two-door with an inline six, the six-pack with two turbos, makes 550 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive standard. It can be rear-wheel drive at the touch of a button, and the best thing about it is you get a limited slip differential from the factory. This one is in a ridiculous orange. I love it, and because it's Dodge and Mopar and all the fun stuff, you always have the opportunity to customize with some fun stripes. No, we do not have a V8, but this sounds pretty darn good. And you get a ton of storage in these things, if you can still hear me. There's a 60-40 split back there, but if you push those down, this becomes an enormous load floor, and it's unbelievably practical. Some people are missing the standard trunk of the old days in a Challenger or a Charger, but I think this hatchback is actually a real godsend in the way of versatility, because everyone's out there buying SUVs. It's more fun to have a car, and I would much, look at a friend. We've got a friend in another orange one. Nice car, buddy.
Jalopnik orange, baby.
So the thing is, you don't need to have you don't need to have the SUV if you can fit pretty much your whole life in this thing. The cool thing about these two is they come in a four-door, so over there, check that out. There's the RT with only 420 horsepower, but it's the same car. So the way they changed the two-door into a four-door is they basically shortened the door, opened that aperture a little bit, and then put a door in there. So the interior space is identical, and they have, look at how vast this wheelbase is. It's absolutely ridiculous. We drove this at Tail of the Dragon. Yeah, she weighs a lot. She's like 4,800 pounds with me in it, 4,850. But you know, it still is fun, and it still delivers on the promise of a sporty muscle car that allows you to drive and enjoy yourself. So let's get this nav set up. We're going to be heading back to the hotel because we've just driven the other car, the RT, the leg 4. Now I've got a little bit of time to explore this again. I'm so into this roof. And let's see, actually, I might have to break it to you because I bet this one has a lot of options, and you're not going to like what this price is because they start at about $55,000, but this one, $69,455, baby. This has the blacktop package, the carbon suede package, the 20-inch wheel and tire package, but it's got 305s. Okay, we're into that. The Alpine 18 speaker high performance audio and the customer preferred package. So this has a bunch of cool stuff, but yeah, it definitely takes that base price from $54,995 to just about 70 grand in a hurry. And you got to make choices. Is this where you want your $70,000 to go? Because maybe you're a BMW guy. Maybe you like M cars. Those certainly can get into the six figures, but a used one, who knows? And you know, an inline six twin turbo sounds awfully German to me. But no, this is pretty cool that they did this. Partially because I think the battery electric vehicle did not have the reception, let's say, that they were hoping for. And now we're back. We're back in ice. We literally are on ice, actually. I just got to go drift around in a Hellcat jailbreak Durango, which was epically fun. They're going. There we go. Okay, now we have a plan.
Plethora of traction. They might be.
God bless Dodge.
It's gonna be so glazed over.
I do not apologize. I'm gonna roll this window down because I can't hear or see anything. All right, we're good. You can hear those rears getting a little excited. What's cool about this is that limited slip, but all-wheel drive does an amazing job of keeping me completely hooked up pretty much all the time. Be careful on these blind corners down here. We're actually at Team O'Neill, the rally school. Just got to go have so much fun. Dodge is a party, and this is the thing about Dodge. They have a personality, and they actually sort of live out that personality in their corporate world, which is not always common. You know, I think they understand their customers almost better than anybody else. And it doesn't mean that they're going to come out with the most groundbreaking or incredible products, but it means that they understand that, like, when somebody wants something and they're not giving it to them, they're like, oh, we got you. They're like the party guy that supports you. They may not be the straight A student, but they know how to have a good time and they know how to make you feel good. And you might have some quibbles with them. Having just come from the rally school, it's very difficult not to just go and drift this corner, but we're going to be good. Some things that I would complain about. I like that it has heated seats and heated steering wheel, but I don't like that I have to control it through this button that isn't working for me right now. I just want it to do what I want it to do when I want it to do it. Real buttons would come in handy. Maybe that's something that we'll get in another generation of these things, because it seems like people are making a return to form on buttons. Let's see. Here we go. We're on some pretty loose surface. Let me just show you what this does traction-wise. We'll get it in sport mode, so it's started already. It auto start stopped on me. But just so you can see. I mean, it still gets itself out of the hole pretty darn good. It's very impressive. So driving this right after driving the RT kind of puts into perspective like how much more performance this offers for not that much more money. This only costs like $5,000 more, and the way the RT I drove was optioned out. That one was at like $63,000. This is $69,000. So, you know, you've got some choices, some $5,000 choices to make if this is the car you want, because it does not cost that much more to get the faster thing. I'm sorry about that bottle. I'm gonna do something about that. That's the thing. It's fast enough to reveal debris in the car. How about that? This car's really wide. It's like hard to do this. I don't want to do it while I got oncoming. We want to respect the drive. Oh. What I like about this lineup is that the RT is a powerful car, and then this is just extra. It's just like extra, and I kind of forgot how fast this was. I drove it on the Dragon. I really exploited it for a whole day. And now I'm reminded that like this is way more than you need. Which means that the RT is actually more than you need, but not way more than you need. Okay, so infotainment, it's fine, but this is a little frustrating sometimes because like if you graze something with your finger, it screws you all up. I went to get out of the car earlier and I was looking for the button because there's a button, not a handle. And I accidentally hit the memory button. I know that's insane because it's really far away, but like I was looking and my brain wasn't really tuned to this car and this door. And I hit the button and then it set a new driver position and it like screwed me all up. That was super frustrating. And that's more of a me issue than an it issue, but I gotta talk about it. You know it's a quick car when you gotta slow down when you get on the highway. There is a little bit of wind noise that I don't remember having felt in the RT, and I don't know how that's possible. It's the same car. I drove the 4-door instead of the 2-door. This one seems, I don't know, I just feel like I'm hearing a little more road noise in this one, and it feels like wind noise up here. Wow, what a gorgeous day. This blocks a lot of view. But there you go. Winter in Vermont. I guess we're still in New Hampshire, but we're on our way back to Vermont where we're staying. We're staying in Stowe. I really appreciate that Dodge made an event in New England, because not a lot of OEMs do that. It's a tough place to do it. Admittedly, there's not a whole lot of places to fly into easily and get to the roads or activities or racetracks that you want to, but this is just such a different landscape for a lot of journalists to experience a car, because New England is unique. Can't see over the snowbank. This thing is genuinely quick. Okay, so a couple things. A good thing and a bad thing. The good thing, when you use the driving assist and it does its thing and it like drives the car. I mean, obviously you have to touch it. Two good things about this. One is it's a really good system. It doesn't ping pong me in the lane. It actually holds my line really well. It knows when to take a corner. It doesn't scare me by turning in super late like some systems. This is pretty good. I'm very impressed. So I have to give them a lot of credit on that. The second good thing about this is that when you let go, all you have to do is touch the steering wheel to tell it that you're there. And this means I don't have to give it a little force. Because like most Hondas, you have to give them a little force to tell it that you're there, for example. And some systems do that, and it's very annoying because it means that I have to basically like swerve my car to keep the driving assist on versus just touch the wheel. So that's good. The second thing I was going to mention, the bad thing, my lumbar support just started inflating on me. Oh, I guess this is 2 lanes. I literally could not see that white line at all because it was all washed out, and then it appeared. We'll go back to the right. We'll go back to the right. The second thing, the bad thing, is that my lumbar support just started inflating completely out of nowhere. I wasn't touching anything, and I don't think I hit any buttons. I don't know that this has any like massage function or something. Maybe it does. Maybe I tripped something. I don't know. But there's buttons down here to adjust it, and it was very much, I gotta put it back in drive, very much just pushing me very far forward. It was kind of alarming, actually. So I don't know what that was about. I got to ask one of the Dodge guys about that, because that was strange. But roads like this are what Vermont is all about. I want to be on the highway, although 89 is beautiful. Just driving from town to town, through town to town. Locals drive outrageously fast, so you'll probably never catch them. They're kind of like Malibu canyon carvers. You might be in an NSX, but a local in a pickup truck is probably faster than you. I love a Vermont mail truck. It's just a RAV4. What I'm curious is if it's right-hand drive or not, or if they're leaning. I've seen them lean. Yeah, they're leaning. It's a lot of work. I did genuinely forget how fast this car was. This is not slow. I think a lot of people see the horsepower and they go, yeah, but the weight. I'm telling you, this thing boogies. The signs you got to really look out for are when you're coming into a town and there's a 30-mile-an-hour sign. Do not mess with that 30-mile-an-hour sign, because that is where the cops are going to be. Or 25. Because I'm telling you, that's the easiest way for them to collect a little bit of revenue. And they don't even have to go anywhere to get it. Probably sitting right outside the police station just waiting for you to come hand them money. That's why you don't speed. It's not just because you don't want to get the ticket. It's because you don't want to hit a child walking across the street with her dad. And just like that, we're back in Stowe from New Hampshire. I just love being in these Vermont towns. They're so beautiful. There's so much space. Doesn't feel like we have this much space down in Massachusetts, especially near Boston. It's really cool. But living with the Scat Pack, it's not bad. Like, it's definitely sporty oriented, but has a lot of, you know, sort of luxury GT vibes to it. But don't expect a ton of luxury. I mean, you're gonna get luxury features like heated steering wheel and heated seats and things like that, but in the way of actual ride comfort and NVH, like, you're gonna hear the road, you're gonna feel the road. Those are good things. And the only thing is, I wish you could feel the road a little more through the steering wheel, because it is a slightly number rack than I would prefer, especially for the experience that this is delivering on. But one thing I can say for certain is that if you have the extra $5,000 to get the extra power, it is worth it. I really think so. And it's not even because the RT is underpowered. It's just because if you have the opportunity to get a little more thrill out of it for not a whole lot more money, take the upgrade. But I cannot wait until there's a Hellcat variant of this car, because I'm going to do some burnouts. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to really enjoy it. But, you know, it stands out. It's got such presence, especially when you put it in a ridiculous color. And that's something I really appreciated about Dodge, is that they let us put things in ridiculous colors. A lot of brands would make you pay a ton of money, thousands and thousands, sometimes 10,000 or more to get a cool color. And, you know, this is really fun to be able to have something bright and orange and a little ridiculous, but it's not offensive. It's such a classical, smooth design. It's not too busy. And I think people appreciate that. I appreciate it more than I thought I would. It's got a nice little rumble to it. Good dog. Man, if I counted all the Subarus I've seen in Vermont, I'd have run out of numbers. Subaru and Subaru. Oh, look at that. Subaru. 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 Oh, look, a Subaru and a Subaru. And a Subaru. Subaru. Here's a Subaru. And a Subaru. Oh, look, Subaru. 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 And with that, we're done. We're done. I'm done counting Subarus today. And I've had a lovely time driving this thing. We're back at the hotel, Subaru. Guess I'm not done counting Subarus. I'm gonna relax, have a pint, talk to some colleagues about what's been seen and felt in the cars today, and I'm gonna see my buddy the Topher. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for taking a little drive through New Hampshire and Vermont with me in this lovely Scat Pack. It's nice to revisit 550 horsepower. And thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one.